So on the grading criteria, it tells you what points you need to have in order to have an A, a B, a C, a D, or a fail. And it's important to know, which I didn't know a couple years ago, that if you get a D, it's pretty much the same thing as failing. So you need to get an A, B, or C. Those points you can find out how you're doing if you go over to the left-hand side of the page, look for grades. If you click on that link, it'll take you to your specific grade list, and you will know where your points are at this moment. You will see all the things all the assignments that have been requested or required, whether or not you've completed them. If you have what grade you have, then you know if I didn't, you need to do them. If you do them late, there will be a 5-point deduction for the forums and assignments, and a 1-point deduction for vocabulary words. So you're going to get marked down, but it's better than not having any grade at all. So check that out. When you make up assignments, it is your responsibility to send me an email and say, Miss Maffei or Gosha, I just completed assignment 3 and 4, and they're ready to be graded. That way I'm not going to go through every single person's and looking to see what they've done and what they have done not. So another thing I'd like to mention is this is a college course. This course, you're really getting college education. So I expect you to write well, not have errors, be responsible for doing the work on time, communicate with yourself, with me, and with your team members. And be responsible. If you think that you can't make this class, then you need to drop out. If you don't drop out, and you'll end up with a fail. So I know that the colleges are cracking down on financial aid, so don't let that happen to you. If you can't manage it, get out as soon as possible. I hope you don't, because there's many people who have taken this class not having the vaguest idea what they were doing, and then found out a lot of information, so they went on to get better jobs. They knew to get a union job rather than a regular job. They understood the consequences, and they also supported people like those who are now boycotting El Super and helping other people who are on strike. So it's a really good class to know, because you're going to be working the rest of your life. You might as well know the benefits of what a union can do for you, or what people have done for you to have all the laws that support you, like unemployment, Social Security, disability, family leave. There's like hundreds of laws that would not have happened if it wasn't for the labor movement. Probably you sitting in this class because public education was something that the labor movement was very much involved with. So not to keep on going on with that, I told you in the last video that I'm very pro-union. So what I'm getting back to is you are responsible. So please step up to the plate and do what needs to be done to pass the class, or take responsibility and remove yourself before you fail. All right, let's see if there's anything else you could do. Criterion groups for midterm grading, okay. Forums. Make sure you read the whole forum. And what worked best for me as a student, and I went to school at the age of 28 as a mom, 2 children on welfare, and I went on grants. And the best thing that worked for me is to read the forum questions and have them next to you while you're reading the book, or read the forum questions before you watch the movie, and then be able, as you go through it, to go, oh yeah, here's the answer, here's the answer. Make it easy on yourself, but also if you do it like that together, it goes in deeper. You have a better recall. So do study smartly, okay? And get in touch with your classmates whenever you have a question, or send me one through the message board. All right. Just always read directions. So many people don't read the directions. Now, here's something that when I first got involved with computers, which was like in 98 or something like that, 1998, I remember calling up the help desk for, I guess it was Earthlink at that time, and asking him questions. And he said to me, ma'am, so I knew he was very young. He said, ma'am, all you have to do is read. And that is the truth. If you want to know anything that's about this class, 99.9% of everything you need to know is going to be on the class page. So when you take your cursor and you go over things, you'll see it gets dark or a line pops up. Click on that. That'll give you your answer. That's where you find the forum. That's where you find the place to put your vocabulary words. That's when you find out about the syllabus. That's how you find out about the grades. Everything, you just run your cursor. That's that little arrow over everything, and you will find out what you need to know. So really, everything is there that you need to know. So I'm hoping that you pay attention, because if you send me a question that is on these videos, the answer has been given, or it's in the syllabus or someplace else, I will just refer you back to this. All right? Because we're in college and we're labor educators and we're going out there to the world. We're going to make a difference. We're going to understand more. And in order to do that, we have to kind of be adventurers. And the adventure is to understand how to get around this Moodle page, to dig deep and analyze. And this is the main thing about the forums. Before I say adios, the main thing to know about the forum is you must be analytical. You don't just answer the question. And don't count your restating the question as part of your sentences. You must be analytical. Why did this say? And then oftentimes I ask you, what was the government's motive about this? Or what do you think was the idea behind this happening? So you want to try and tie it in. And if you could, with what you've read from the movies you've seen, the readings from some of the articles that talk about unemployment or minimum wage, you want to tie those things in as you read or watch these things, and then give an answer that brings it together. So if somebody was come up to you and ask you a question, you have real answers that come from your own understanding, not from something that somebody else said, not from something you read. But my goal for you is to get out of this class and have had a chance to do some critical thinking so you are not manipulated by anyone. You will know when you feel in your gut that something's not right. You will also know from all the information that there's a lot more to learn. And especially if you read some of these books that I'm recommending, A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn, watch some of these movies by Michael Moore. There's so much good information out there that you will expand your lives. And it'll make you happier because you won't be at the effect of. You will no longer be a victim. You will have the information. No one can take your education away from you. And on that note, please come to office hours if you have questions. That's what I'm there for, 5:30 to 6:30 on Wednesdays. On the phone, all the information is on the page. Click on office hour. It tells you what phone number to call in, what your code is, and come prepared with your class up on the computer, your questions at hand, and we will walk through there. And my goal is for you to understand as much as possible. And last semester, 33% of the class had A's. So it can be done. All you have to do is read the work, do the assignments on time, and communicate. Thank you and have a great semester. Looking forward to working with you. Ciao.